Okay, welcome in Leos to your May tarot reading. So this is for the whole month. So we're going to tap into the energies, get some information and guidance for you all that is in your highest and best good. So we are in Taurus season. Taurus runs through most of the month. And then this, let's see here. The sun enters Gemini on the 20th. So we have kind of that transition, but mostly for May, it is considered Taurus. That is, Taurus is the bull, represents the bull. So talking about the monthly themes for you guys. So what is the monthly themes for May? So those are going to be stability, self-worth, and money. So those three words, those represent Taurus. So, but for you, Leos, what do those words kind of represent for you? So it could be something that, I've been recommending, even like doing like a little, journal session and kind of writing those three words down and kind of, again, just like diving into like, when I hear stability, what does that mean to me? What comes up for me? Do I get anxiety? Where in my life do I not feel stable? Where do I feel stable? Also like self-worth, like what are things that I can do this month to help or to give myself and, show my self-worth to myself? Not waiting for other people to show you that you feel worthy, but like, hey, how can I change how I relate to myself and show myself that, whether it's affirmations or just doing things, right? Self-care. And then that money piece of, what is my relationship with money? When you think of like, even just not money in general, but when I think of like luxuries or like experiencing nice things in life, like a lot of people are going to be like, oh, I can't spend my money on that, or I can't afford it. Those are things like immediately those things, if they come up, those are beliefs that you've been programmed with that are blocking you from more abundance and more money. A lot of you, when to the universe, a penny has the same worth as $1 million. Like the universe doesn't see anything as more worthy than another. So, you may say, well, then why am I living and struggling and there's people out there with $1 billion? Well, again, that runs really deep, right? That's when we look from a higher perspective. There's so many aspects to the reasoning behind why we're here experiencing different things. We have different contracts, we have different, soul missions or goals in life. But, even the billionaire has life lessons and difficulties and challenges that we might not understand. Just because it appears like they have an easier life doesn't necessarily mean that. So again, it's just here to kind of sit on those pieces, the self-worth, stability, and money, and kind of how we can expand on that. But let's go ahead and get started here. Just as a side note, if you're new here, and others, for your FYI, I do have some availability for private readings. So if you're interested, you can go to my website, which is linked below in the description, and you can schedule a reading there. And also, just a plug for my Etsy shop. I do make handmade crystal and stone jewelry, ranging from more very high quality stones to more affordable. So take a look there and pick something that, again, what is the energy you need right now? What is the support you're looking for? Crystals, as you can tell, I always have them around, as well as tarot, are tools to support and help us in this physical reality. All right, Leos, let's see what's going on in May for you. So the first card out, we have Carrying Connections, like that. the World, and the second chakra, Archangel Ariel. So there is some reference to endings and new beginnings here in May. This is very tied, or this is tied to your connection. So that could be love, it could be family, friends, and we'll see what else comes up. But I do feel like there's kind of a new energy of like new connections wanting to come in, connections that are a lot more supportive, that are caring, and there's something here tied to with that second chakra around. There could have been some energy blocks here for you Leos with the second chakra. There is a highlight to this, so I do feel like this is an area to watch for. This is going to be like your gut and your stomach area, and just kind of like if you're dealing with any physical symptoms, I do feel like you can ask Archangel Ariel to help you to identify maybe some ways to help find some balance in that. But I do feel like this is kind of opening up. I do feel this like strong in these two cards, this like sunshine yellow energy. So usually when I pick up on a color like this, or it really is strong, that's a color to like have around you, flowers, wear this color, or just have things around you that are that color, because I think that's going to help support in your mood and your emotions and just in general your balance. All right, let's dig in more and see what else comes up. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so there is some sort of destined shift in May for you. I do feel like, you know, usually when this card comes up, I always see it as a sign that your luck is changing, but there's definitely something destined that's going to be a big shift this month. Right now, I don't feel like you see this coming. You could have felt very stuck for a while. You could be in a situation that you've been not knowing how to kind of get out of or solve for this situation. Definitely I do feel like there's love coming here. There's someone coming in and you're not right now. I feel like they haven't come in yet, but I feel like starting in May, moving forward, this person is coming in. Four of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and then, we have the Death card. So I do feel like there is an ending here of a difficult, challenging time. This could be a difficult, challenging work situation that you've had. This could be you doing the work to kind of help you through this really big transitional period of your life. Like to me with the Death card and the Five of Pentacles, like you've been going through something that has really, this could even be a dark night of the soul type of energy here that you've been working through, really diligently doing the self-work, which is what's bringing in this new person here. So they're showing up as the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups. I mean, those two court cards together are just like, to me, the perfect love. Like there's love here, there's romance, there's connection. This person is emotionally available. But my concern here is in the middle here. I feel like there's a bit of you kind of been in this period of poor me. Like maybe you've kind of stopped believing that this can happen for you. Like if you've had challenging relationships, you're like, you know, and different patterns that you're like over and over again, and you've kind of hit a point where maybe that's where this is Eight of Swords is just feeling like stuck. Like this to me is like, if it's in regards to love, is kind of like, you know what, giving up that you're ever going to like, you know, find the right person. I feel like the Four of Cups too is about a lot of disappointment and loss, and just really like looking back and just a lot of focus on what you don't have in life, and just feeling really stuck in this, you know, difficult energy, especially with the Five of Pentacles. Like there's been a lack of love, a lack of connection, but I do feel like May's bringing in a new period that's really going to be fulfilling for you from an emotional standpoint. But it's almost like you had to go through this like death and rebirth, like not literally, but like, you know what I mean, figuratively in your life. There's something that really you had to go through that was very difficult and challenging before this person, you were ready for this person. So 9 of Cups, 10 of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to pull the next line first. So we have the Page of Swords, the Tower, and the 9 of Swords. So I do feel like this could potentially be this person that reaches out to you. This could be, you know, online. It could be a text, a message, something that really is opening up the door for something that like is a wish fulfilled for you. This could be just like a conversation. Like to me, the Page of Swords is kind of like passing casually, and you start a conversation and it ends up opening up like, oh my God, I didn't know I was going to, you know, go to the grocery store and run into someone and this was going to be my person. And this is really, you know, this Tower is really this month coming in to clear out any residual baggage that you've been carrying. This is an ending with the World card and the 10 of Wands. This is a real big ending of a, you know, an ending of a, to me, a challenging path or challenging period of your life. And almost this happens suddenly. The Tower is something that really is sudden, but also it's like it needed to blow this up. Like you need to stop carrying all this baggage, and you need to clear and integrate stuff from the past. And this Tower is kind of forcing you to do that. You know, talking about the monthly theme of like stability and grounding, that's very Taurus energy that really aligns with the Queen of Pentacles here. It's something about really needing to ground, prioritize like your stability and doing things for yourself to like get stable, maybe even after this Tower moment. But there is some kind of worry and anxiety about, to me, about the future or how things are going to unfold for you. This could be after the Tower moment. So 3 of Swords, the Devil, and the 2 of Pentacles. So there is some sort of uncertainty about the future here, and you could be having to like weigh some options or make a decision about something, but I feel like this is more just uncertainty with the 9 of Swords. And the key here in the guidance is just to do things that kind of ground yourself. Focus on your stability right now. Don't worry about other people, because there is a karmic situation that you've definitely been in here. This could have been a karmic relationship that has to get kind of blown out of your life here for you to move forward. Because something's been this 3 of Swords here. Yeah, you've had a very, there's been a lot of heartbreak in the past. This could be heartache that you've just been carrying from the past, or this could be something that recently happened. But you could also be a little cautious and guarded because of this. So if this new person comes in, if there's a new love opportunity, I feel like you're a bit, you know, guarded and cautious and discerning because of the past. You could have recently been, or your last relationship could have been very difficult and kind of put you through the ringer. And you're kind of could be guarding yourself from people with big egos or who have addictions. Maybe that's a pattern for you, like the type of relationships. Because this 9 of Cups can, from a, you know, more negative stance, be about indulgence, addictions, you know, ego. And that could be a pattern for you in relationships. And now you're kind of at a place where like, I'm not doing that anymore. I need to change the pattern. So I'm going to be a bit more discerning how I move forward, who I bring into my life, what kind of relationships I'm choosing. But things definitely are changing. Like, you are on a new path here. You are bringing in new connections that are a lot more fulfilling for you. So let's see, what's more about the Tower? Give more detail about how this Tower is going to show up. Okay, the High Priestess. So this is almost just like a shocking or like unexpected. This could be like a download, or like, because the High Priestess is about wisdom, a spiritual knowledge, just like a knowingness, right? Something just coming in and you just know. And it's tied to, this could be you, maybe you are in a relationship where all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, I realize this person, like, it could just, sometimes that just happens where in just one moment, you're just like, yeah, this is not happening anymore. Like, this person is bad for me. This is a karmic situation and I need to end this. That's kind of what I'm picking up here. Let's get one more. The Moon. It could be all of a sudden, to me, with the Moon and the Tower, this could be something that's hidden that you didn't know about. And you're all of a sudden like, the secrets are coming out, or what's hidden is coming out. And you're finally like getting that full picture understanding here. This has a twist here. So then what's the anxiety in the Two of Pentacles? Yeah, it really is about the future and how you're going to move forward from this. So if this is a relationship that you've been in and you realize like this is an unhealthy or just karmic situation that I'm done with, there is something about how, you know, maybe if you've been in this a long time, if it's a marriage or you have like kids or, you know, again, just a really enmeshed life together. Again, how do we move forward? And there's some worry and anxiety about this. Like, how do I get out of this? I want this to be easy. I don't want this to be difficult. There's uncertainty about maybe you moving forward alone and setting up your own life. And how do I do that on my own? That could be around that. So let's talk to this King of Cups, Knight of Cups. Speak to us. You, I feel like this is a new person, but the Hermit. Yeah, this person is very wise. I do feel like they've already been through a lot in their life where they've gained a lot of enlightenment. I do feel like they're spiritually evolved. And they really see you as the Empress. Like, you are like, almost, I feel like this person knows very quickly that like you are like their soulmate or their person. They could be quietly at first, because the Hermit can be very quiet, kind of like reclusive a bit. So this person may have known this for a while. They could be kind of in the background, someone that like you would have never thought like that this person would end up becoming a love partner for you, but there is something here, and I do feel like they are like they are the full package here, and I feel like this is something that you haven't had before. Like someone who's emotionally available, their heart is open, they're really ready to commit, they're ready, they want to have a life with you, they're romantic, they're spiritually at a level that you are at, and they're ready to, like, you know, you are the whole package to them. So this is, you know, no matter how this whole Tower situation comes, and I know this could be challenging at first, and there's some worry and anxiety about the future for you, but there's amazing things coming. So this has to clear out for this to come in. So I would just trust and surrender and know that you're going to be taken care of and supported here by the universe. And you know, you are moving into a better period of your life. All right, Leos, I'm going to leave you with that for the month. Definitely hit that like button and share if you know anyone that this would resonate with or help. But yeah, I feel like it's an exciting month of twists and turns, but in the end, it's like shocking revelations that are kind of very positive. So I do feel like your reading definitely falls into that category. Well, you all have a great month and enjoy this springtime for us in the Northern Hemisphere. Enjoy your fall in the Southern Hemisphere. Otherwise, I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now.